everybody, my name is Birdstar, and in today's video, I'm finally gonna be doing a 6 Samurai deck profile. It's been a while because it's still not complete yet, but I have the majority of the cards. Sorry about that, let me just go back. Raise it to a little bit more, actually. Maybe at least 30,000 milliseconds. Because it goes pretty quickly, so yeah. There we go. So, we're gonna be doing my 6 Samurai deck profile. Let's get this party started. So, oh, crap. I almost forgot to add the most important cards in the deck. There it goes. The first one. Second one. Where is it? There we go. Third card. Where? There we go. Got it. And last but not least. Perfect. I almost forgot the most important cards of the set, which is at the very end. So, let me just begin it from. Okay, that would be a lot better. Yeah, just give me a second to, settings, there we go. I'm gonna have to go to the hotkeys, you know, for slideshow. Where is it? Really? What is it? It should be around here somewhere. Not intro. Slideshow. Where could it possibly be? Wait. Let me see what I could do. Image slideshow. Let me see. Advanced, I guess. 'Cause I'm trying to get the hotkeys for A. Okay. Yes. Okay, wait. Where are the hotkeys for? Just give me a second, guys. You know. Okay, just give me a sec. Slideshow mode. Yeah. Let's just continue. I was gonna do it manual, but okay. Yeah, let's just do it automatic. So yeah, let's get this party started. The first card in my 6 Samurai deck profile is Shin Squire. For you guys that don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's actually a pretty basic game to play. Basically, you play with life points. You play with 8,000 life points. That's your max. Basically, yeah. Let me just explain a bit. Kind of turn this off. There we go. Yeah. Basically, you have 8,000 life points. Excuse me. I have a sore throat, but other than that, I'm fine. So you start with 8,000 life points, and your job, basically, you have this deck of cards, and it consists of 3 different things. You have monsters, spells, and traps. Your job is to try to defend your life points and to try to beat the other opponent with the monsters that you have to defeat him, basically. So let's just turn this on. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, maybe 40,000 might be. So basically, this is a monster card, and basically what you do is you play it on the field, and you basically as you can see here, the name of the monster is Shin Squire. His element is Earth. He has 1 star. He's a warrior and a tuner. Basically what a tuner monster is that if you have 2 or more tuner monsters, you could bring a synchro monster, which later on I'll explain. And its effect is during damage calculation, either player's turn if... Oh, damn it. Okay, let's just get with the deck profile. So the first card of my deck profile is Shin Squire. Reason why I have Shin Squire is because he's a tuner monster, and if you have 2 or more of him, you could always go into Shien, which is this card right here. You could always go into this guy, because you need at least 2 tuner monsters in order to synchro summon one of these guys. So the good thing about it is that once you have two or more tuners, which this guy is as well, you could easily special summon. And this is a fairly new card that just came out, which is, well, his real name is Secret 6 Samurai, but apparently they changed it, reason why I run this guy is that he's actually pretty good. The fact is that when this card is normal summon, target one banished Samurai monster added to your hand. So if you have a monster that's banished, you could add it back to your hand, and then you can special summon. The third card is Elder of the Six Samurai, and its effect is if the opponent controls a monster you control, and you control no monsters, you can special summon this from your hat, basically. So if you have no monsters, you could just play him, like special summon him on any turn, which is actually pretty good. Okay, let's just move on to the next card. Basically, like, he's an okay card, but he's basically for beginning turn. If you pull him in your beginning turn, like, okay, next card. The next card is Shien's Foot Soldier. He's also good. So basically, if this card is destroyed, you could add a level 3 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your deck. So once it gets destroyed, you could grab a monster from your deck and special summon it, as long as it has level 3 or lower. So which is actually a pretty good card, because you have if you guys run a 6 Samurai deck, it's actually pretty good. You know, once the next one is Spirit of the Six Samurai. Basically, this is a union card, and you could equip it to a monster. And the good thing is that when you equip it to a monster, it gains 500, and whenever they're gonna attack your monster, he gets destroyed instead. So that's actually pretty good for protection and adding 500 points. So that's the reason why I have him, because he's actually pretty good. You could equip it to a monster, and then, you know, it will gain 500 attack. So the attack would rise significantly. The next card is Legendary Six Samurai Kageyama, which is actually a pretty good card. And its effect is when this monster is normal summon, you can special summon one level 4 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your hand. So basically, once you play him, you get to special summon a monster from a 6 Samurai monster from your hand, and he gains 1500 plus, so he'll be 1700, which is actually a good monster. For 3 stars, it'll be pretty good, so then you could always play him. Legendary 6 Samurai Zanji. At the end of the damage step, if this card destroys a monster, this card attack, you can control a face-up 6 Samurai monster with a different name and activate and resolve the effect. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 Samurai monster instead. Let me explain it. At the end of the damage step, if this card attack destroys the monster, this card attack, weird. The next card is Shadow 6 Samurai Doji, which is actually a pretty good card. Reason why, because all the new 6 Samurai supports, like, they're actually pretty good. They always support. As for the effect, when another 6 Samurai monster is normal summon or special summon to the field while the monster is on the field, you can send one 6 Samurai from your deck to your graveyard, which is actually a pretty good idea. Because once you take a card and you put it in your graveyard, you can always bring it back from the graveyard and play. There's 2 more monsters. Effect monsters, and then we'll move on right into the spells. As for Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai, he's pretty good. For a 5-star 2100, his effect is actually pretty good. His effect says you can only control one face-up Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai. Control face-up 6 Samurai monster. You can special summon this card from your hand. Basically, if you have another 6 samurai, you could always special summon him, like, boom. You don't have to tribute anything. And the last card is the Great Shogun Chien. If you control 2 or more face-up 6 samurai monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap each turn, which is actually pretty good for if you want to restrict him, you know. Would be destroyed. You can destroy a face-up 6 samurai monsters you control instead. So basically he stays on the field and another 6 samurai would go to the graveyard. And the good thing, you could always bring back that 6 samurai with, you know, a lot of different on with the spells. This is actually the best card of the 6 samurai. So when basically once you play, you could use one of these effects. Each time a 6 samurai monster is normal summoned or special summoned, place 2 Bushido counters on this card. You can remove Bushido counters from your side of the field to activate one of these effects. 2 counters. Target 1 6 samurai or Shien monster. That target gains 500 until the end phase. 4 counters. Add 1 6 samurai. Damn it. Let me just go back. Yeah, let me just skip. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just skip forward. Sorry about that, you know. Cause I really do want to make it manual. Actually, automatic. Once I program this up, then yeah, next time it'll be much easier. Let's see. Let me just lower a bit to at least 20,000. Okay, that's fine for the time being. Okay, let's just continue. Yeah, lower. Okay. Yeah, let's just give it. Sorry. Yeah, let's just make it 8,000. Okay, there we go. It'll be a lot quicker, so yeah. As I said, 6 samurai Genba. Let's just continue on where we last left off. Yeah, because this is kind of wonky a bit, so yeah. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay, continue. Okay. Just, yeah. Continue. We did that already. Okay. Yeah, back to this one. Yeah. Add 1/6 samurai from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So that's actually pretty good. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let me just... Hotkeys. Clear. Where is it? Sorry. Game capture. There we go. Next slide would be A. Okay, apply. A. Why is it not working? Okay, settings. Hotkey. Clear. Clear. Apply. Okay. A. Why is it not working? It's not working. Okay, that is weird. Just give me a second. It's not working apparently. Hotkeys. A-S. Okay. Apply. Okay. S. A. Why is it not working? Damn it, Fuzz Bucket. 8. A. S. A. S. No. Nope, unfortunately, it's not working. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, let's just move on. Let me just continue. Yeah, sorry about that. Damn it. Yeah, let me just continue. Yeah. Wait. Okay, settings. How to go in reverse now. S. Clear. Apply. Okay. Good. S. There we go. So, okay. There we go. Now it's much better. So now I could go like this, basically. So, as for the last one, if it had 6 counters, target one Shien effect monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. I actually like the 4 counters because you get to add one Six Samurai monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is actually pretty good. Reason why is the more, basically you could have limitless amount of Bushido counters. So once you stack that up, basically you could use number 4 during the beginning of your turn, and literally like you could do so much. Basically, if you use a 2 counter, you could target one face-up Six Samurai or Shin effect monster. That target gains 500. And the good thing about it is that it's a continuous, so you could use it as many times. Like, it's completely broken. Like, you could constantly use the 4 counters, grab it from your deck and go boom, 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 boom. Because if you get this in the beginning, it'll be an OTK. Like, you continue grabbing, putting out all your monsters, and then synchro summon and all that, which is crazy. And this one says target one Shien effect monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So basically, if you have a Shien, like even the synchro monster, if he's in the graveyard, you could bring him back, boom. And then you could go into Deco Talker. You could go into so many different combos. This card is like the most broken card. And like the 6 Samurais, which is the best card. Okay, on to the next card. Asceticism of the 6 Samurai. Let me just read the effect, because this one's kind of blurry, but you guys can see the picture of a lady. I actually have her right here in my deck. Yeah, I'll read the effect to you guys, because this one's kind of blurry. Yeah, right here. It says, select one face-up 6 Samurai monster you control. Special summon one 6 Samurai monster from your deck with a different name but equal attack to the selected monster. So basically, if the monster you have on the field is 2100, you could special summon the same monster with a different attribute. Well, a different name, but you know what I mean. With a different name. So if it's a 2100, and if your monster's current attack is 2100, you could summon a 2100 monster. Like, no matter what, this card is actually pretty good as well. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Mystical Space Typhoon. Like, this card is one of the most important cards in the deck, because obviously it's a staple card, and basically it's a quick effect. It says target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. So basically you would quick effect it, and it would destroy one spell or trap on your opponent's field or your field, depending on who do you want to attack. Next one is Rota. Well, it's called Reinforcement of the Army, but in short term is ROTA, which is Rota. This card is actually good to add one level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. This is perfect for like any warrior deck. So this card is absolutely important for any warrior deck. Next card is Ryoku. Basically, the effect of this, well, it's not an effect, but it basically says target 2 face-up monsters on the field, half the attack of one of the monsters. So basically, once you play it, you could take the attack of your opponent's monster and add it to yours, which is actually a pretty good thing. So basically, like, if the monster is I don't know, 3,000 attack, the attack would be half, and 1,500 would go to you basically, and then you could just have at it with anybody until the end phase basically. That's why it's actually a pretty good card for. Well, I chose it for my deck. Not everybody uses it, but it's actually a pretty good card. So it cuts the attack in half. I get half of that attack, and then I could just have at it with everybody. Because being that the Six Samurai deck is, the attacks are very low, like this can help out quite a bit. Let's move on to the next card. Shien's Dojo. Each time a Six Samurai monster is normal summon or special summon, place one Bushido counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, special summon with Six Samurai monster or Shien effect monster from your main deck, whose level is less than or equal to the number of Bushido counters on this card. So basically, each turn it would get a Bushido counter. If you have 6 Bushido counters, you could destroy it, and then, you know, basically once you send it to your graveyard, you could grab literally any Shien or Six Samurai monster, and then just boom, there you go. Next card, Temple of the Six, which is actually pretty good. It's a field spell. It's obviously extremely necessary. Each time a Six Samurai monster is normal summon or special summon, place one Bushido counter on this card. Monsters your opponent control loses 100 attack for each Bushido counter on this card. So basically their attack lowers. So once you have that, it's actually a pretty good deck. My throat is like killing me. This one is actually another good card. You play and you get to add a level 3 or lower Six Samurai monster from your deck. Next one is Lightning Vortex. Discard one card, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. The warrior returning alive, target one warrior type monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. So if one of your Six Samurai goes to the graveyard, play this, boom, there you go, back to my hand. This one is actually pretty good as well. Each time a Six Samurai monster is normal summon or special summon, place one Bushido counter, maximum 2. You can send this to the graveyard, draw one card for each Bushido counter on this card. Because if it didn't say max 2, you could use it as many times as you want. Like, wow. So basically you draw, boom, there you go. Like, everything coming into play like it's extremely powerful deck. They may be low attack, but you know. As for the traps, discard one card and target one card on the field, destroy it. Basically, this is also a quick play, but it's trap basically. When your opponent declares an attack, you would quick play it, and then it would negate the monster. Bottomless trap hole. When your opponent summons a monster with 1,500 or more, destroy that monster with 1,500 or more attack. If you do, banish it. There we go. This one is not the most powerful, but it get kind of risky. Like, if you're really like, if you're doing pretty bad in the duel, this is your last resort card. Pay the hit points so that you have 100 left. Special summon as many 6 samurai monsters from your graveyard as possible. You cannot special summon more than one monster with the same name. So basically, all 6 samurai monsters, once they're in the graveyard, you go boom, all of them on the field. You take all those, you synchro summon, and basically you'll win the duel most likely. You know. Next. My throat is like really bad. Sorry about that. This one is actually another good card. It's a quick play. Well, you know, a quick play for traps. When your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that destroys a card, while you control a face-up 6 samurai monster, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So that's actually another good card. Mirror Force is actually pretty good. Like, once your opponent is about to attack you, this is kind of like a quick effect. You could use it as a quick effect because the effect says when opponent declares an attack. Like, once you know he's gonna attack, you could play it, and it destroys all the attack monsters your opponent controls, basically. Sakuretsu Armor is another good card. Oh boy. This one is actually pretty good. It also is kind of like Mirror Force. The only difference is that it destroys one monster instead. Sakuretsu, basically, when he declares an attack, target the attacking monster and then destroy it, basically. Next one is Magic Cylinder. It's actually pretty good. So, this one also does the same thing. The only difference is that this attacks his life points directly. This one, Swift Strike Armor. During the draw phase, each time you draw a 6 samurai monster, you can reveal it and special summon it. No matter what type of monster it is, like, boom, there you go. Same thing. And the last 4 cards is Shadow of the 6 Samurai Shien. Let me try to get a. I'll just tell you the effect. Okay, here we go. It says, once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Then target 1 6 samurai monster you control with less than 2000 attack. Its original attack becomes 2000 until the end of the turn. Okay, next. This one I could read, like, even though I have it right here, but still. Sorry about that. This one is actually by far, like, the strongest one. So once per turn during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 samurai monster you control instead. Plus, the good thing is, once you have Gateway, like, it'll be unstoppable. You know, always bring it back, and then always send him back, and constantly, and with him, it'll be too impervious. And the good thing, you could always attach the spirit of the 6 samurai, attach it to him, boom, there you go, bring it back, boom. Like, it's just too crazy. And wait, oh, there. And the last card, even though it's not a 6 samurai, it's a perfectly good card because since we're doing the new Link format, he is absolutely necessary for any type of deck. Oh boy, that's not good. My throat is like really bad, but I'll continue. And basically, in order to summon him, you only need 2 effect monsters. So any 2 effect monsters, you tribute them, and then he goes on the field basically. And he's a Link 3, so. And basically, this card gains 500 for each monster it is in its Link zone. So it's pointing to diagonally. So if it's pointing to 2 different cards, it gains 500. So it'll be 3,300 if you have 2 monsters. Okay, 500 in its Link zone. During each player's turn, when your opponent activates a guard or effect that targets the card you control, you contribute 1 of your monsters in its Link zone, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Like it's the same thing with Xian. So once you have those 3, they will be super overpowered. And that's basically it for my deck profile. I'm almost done. I only need 3 more cards. I'll probably tell you how many copies of these cards do I run. I run 3 copies of this, 1 copy, 3, 3, same thing, 1 copy of him, 1 copy of him because you can only have 1 of 6 Grandmaster, 1 of him, 1 because it's only limited to 1 card, which is actually bad, but it's still good actually. I have 3 copies of her, 3 copies, 3, 1, 3 of this, 3, 1, 3 of this, 1 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, 3, yeah, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. So that's basically it. So yeah, that does it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.